All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shakespearean True. I am your Shakespearean True, Karen Viner, lover of all things Bard. This podcast is a decorum be damned entrance into understanding Shakespeare stages, for there are many, and all the players on it. I am with one of the marvelous players who I have gotten to see on the stage and now get to see back on the stage and writing a production. So, Alix Golden, you are the writer and star of Belters, which is opening in October for Theatre Crude.
Yes.
So this is my first time experiencing Theatre Crude. And so as you are my first guest that is part of this, can you give me a little bit about like what it is and what these productions kind of are?
Yes. Theatre Crude has been around a few years now. It happens every fall, showcases creative and adventurous local performers, as well as fantastic performing artists from across the country and potentially the globe. It's occurring this October 2nd through 11th at 3 different venues. I'm going to be at the third act stage at North Park Mall. And you can find out all this information at theatrecrude.org. Please come see it. There's so many great performances and performers, over 85 different events occurring, over 100 artists are going to be there. It's going to be quite a lot of fun. I'm very excited to be a part of it for the first time for me too. It's my first.
So we'll be first timers together.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I heard about it and I was like, Theatre Crude, and it kept showing up because of course I've got the Shakespearean True, so all things theater come to me. And I was like, what's happening? What is this?
Yeah.
Can I go?
Absolutely. Please come see one, come buy a pass, see as many as you like.
Yeah.
Lots of ways to enjoy it.
Yeah, I heard there's a pass where you can basically just go to as many shows as you can fit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds right.
Take it as a challenge. Try to get as many as you can.
It's like going to Disney World and trying to get on every single ride. I'm like, yep, that's my life now. I have to create a schedule. I have like a timesheet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, let's start talking about Disney. We'll be here all day. Oh no.
So Belters.
Yes.
I'm very excited. I heard about it, but I heard about it from Amanda. So I've heard bits and pieces, and I'm not entirely sure exactly what it's about yet. So
we like that mystery. Let's keep that air of mystery.
So can you
Nobody's seen it yet, so it's still experimental.
So can you give us like an idea of kind of what we're expecting coming into this? But you can keep the mystery.
Our director said it's Inglorious Bastards by way of Anything Goes. So just to give you a little taste, in my mind when I created it's just a zany romp with a couple of fabulous Broadway girls and, defeating Nazis. So if I had to choose somebody to fight the evils in the world, it might be the dames of Broadway. That's just where my heart is.
I love that so much. I'm so excited I'm going.
Well, yes. And if you love Amanda Lee, you're going to love this. She's playing Ethel Merman in our show. She's going to be belting out some great Ethel Merman classics and kicking some ass. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And I heard you're Jaja.
Yes, I am Jaja Gabor, which is very random. As far as I know, they never crossed paths, but they were existing around the same time. So somehow she popped into my imagination, and
they should have crossed paths.
Yeah, she's very funny. I don't know if if your listeners are familiar with her. She's not necessarily in the contemporary mind, I think, the lexicon, but she was a hilarious woman, very interesting, very smart. Mostly known, though, for being married 8 times, being a bit of a gold digger, predating the Kardashian empire, if you will. The Gabors married often and well.
Yes. Well,
very interesting woman. So I hope we do them both justice. They're not exactly, but historically accurate depictions. I've taken many liberties, but in the sake of comedy, I feel we can get away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so why did you, why did you, how did this come about?
Yeah, why not, really?
That's valid. Fair enough.
It's an interesting process, this. I've really challenged myself this year to submit a Theatre Crude show. And it's my first time participating in any way, and presenting a piece I've written was very exciting and a little daunting. But I wanted to create an original piece, something brand new. And I just had that silly idea of like, who would I want to fight the bad guys? I mean, we're all looking at the news these days, thinking about who could set the world straight. I feel like Ethel Merman really could if she were given the opportunity. She would set things right just with one powerful belt. The world would realign somehow.
I I love this idea.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, because they're set up against the Nazis, which I mean, one, timeline wise, perfect. Two, contemporarily speaking,
There are parallels with the fascism, yes.
perfect. Uh,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately. But I have to ask, are you Jewish? Just because of the Nazi element, I was just
I'm
curious.
not Jewish.
Okay, I am, so I was just curious. I
Mhm.
was like, are we going up against the Nazis? Like, is this a Jew crew thing? Um,
Zsa was, but she wasn't practicing. I believe she's a practicing Catholic. But she was, and she came out of Hungary during that time. Her family was there. I mean, she really did live that
right.
immigrant life. She left because of the war.
Yeah. But yeah, I was curious because well, one, like I said, I am into when we're talking about Jewish belters. There's quite a few of those. So I was like,
Yes.
oh yes.
That's the next show.
Oh my gosh. Well, so my grandfather actually had an opportunity to fund Barbara Streisand
Wow.
and declined, saying that nobody would ever hire her because she looked too Jewish.
Oh, oh.
And I was like, oh, Poppy, what did you do?
It's a cool story though.
It's a very cool story, but you're just like, oh, you messed up
Could have
really
been
big.
there.
You could have.
On the ground floor.
So I have had the privilege of seeing you on stage for Midsummer here at OSP. Uh, how did, because I've seen you have a lot of acting credits. How did coming from that acting perspective impact how you wrote the production? Did it have
It's been an interesting process being inside a show as I'm writing it. It's a lot of new things as I explore Belters. It's my first time at the festival, first time being in a show I've written and navigating that with the director and how much you're improvising, changing things on your feet. It's really changed a lot since the first draft, which has been fun to play with as I work with Taylor Reich and Amanda Lee and build out this show and figure out what works, what doesn't. It's been a challenge. But as an actor, I think I'm always kind of trying to picture how it looks to the audience and how it sounds. And I think that's really helped me throughout this process, being the writer as well.
yes. I was going to ask, like, how, what are some of the things that have changed as you've gone from stage to page? Or other way, reverse that,
Yes.
page to stage.
Page to stage. Quite a lot. There are just some things you write that you don't like the sound of, that just maybe don't work as well, or something funnier is born out of whatever the actor is bringing to the room already. There were quite a few examples of Taylor Reich is so funny. He's someone I'm sure if your listeners see Oklahoma Theater, you've seen Taylor. He's everywhere and very talented. And Amanda's so bright and funny. And through her work at Who Done It, she's also really good at improv and bringing a character to life in that way. It's been a joy to watch and to be in the middle of. It's a strange like double brain where I'm trying to be with the person, but also thinking of what I wrote. And maybe I need to change that and edit that. That doesn't sound quite right.
Wow.
It's been fun, and I've really enjoyed that aspect of it.
So how many productions have you written?
This is the second production I've staged. I am trying to produce my work more. I think I am a bit of a notorious desk drawer writer. I have a few that have not been lifted off
That
the
have
page
not
yet.
seen the light of day yet?
Seen the light of day, but this has been the experience to really try to push myself out of that,
Yeah.
out of my comfort zone, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm hoping
Great.
that all goes well, and audiences
Yes.
like it, and we feel good, and I'll try it again next year.
Yeah, and it sounds like you've got an amazing cast to
Mhm.
kind of support you in this creation and the creative aspects of it. How did you find, I mean, I know you probably know them from other places.
Yes.
Was it an audition thing? Did you have them in mind as you were kind of putting everything together?
I was very lucky because Amanda was one of the first people I asked to be involved, and she was so game and has been so game and supportive the whole time. And Taylor, I did have a little bit in mind. I just know that he could wear a lot of hats, and his track does when you see it. He plays several different characters in our show. Not to give too much away, but he's very zany. And we all have a lot of silly accents, gorgeous wigs, gorgeous costumes, silly props, and live music. Dustin Morningstar, who I met here during Penelope, he was our pianist on Penelope at Shakespeare in the Park, will be joining us on stage and bringing a lot of funny musical moments, but also supporting us in our songs.
Did you write the music, or are you pulling it in?
I am using some Berlin songs, some Cole Porter songs, stuff that was in Ethel Merman's repertoire.
Oh man.
But also a little bit of a parody here and there. Yeah.
I love it. That's gonna be so much fun. Okay. So is this one that has sat in a drawer for a while, or is this one that kind of has been?
Yes, this is a brand new idea. I guess it was maybe in March. I just started tinkering around with it, thinking maybe I could submit something if I could, like, kind of trick myself into submitting.
Right.
I gotta push that procrastinator button until the last second and then go, 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 go. So I had an idea. It was maybe 20 pages, and it was just the basic premise of Ethel Merman, Zsa Zsa Gabor up against the Nazis in some way, using music to heal the world. And thankfully, this great festival existed. I've had so many friends do it, and seeing them do it really made me feel comfortable taking the chance.
That's great. So was this something you would recommend for other, writers and such to kind of to almost force themselves into this position where you're like, all right, like nobody else is going to put the pressure on you. You have to put the pressure on yourself. So give yourself a deadline and go.
I don't know if it would work for everybody, but it definitely worked for me. I think I need that kind of deadline, something to push me. And this has been really positive in that way. And seeing all my friends do it, it does. I think a lot more new people have been submitting this year. There have been a lot of first-time productions, first-time writers, local actors who are putting out their own work for the first time. So it's an encouraging environment.
Yes. So everyone's throwing their hat into the ring, which
we have a great community, and all the actors here want to be part of it and are so game. So we might as well be making fun stuff together. I mean, who's going to stop us?
Yeah.
This show just got sillier and sillier the more I wrote it, because I was holding myself back, tied to the facts of it. And I said, who cares? Nobody cares. I'm not putting on a biography.
Right. This is in the historical fiction.
This is very much historical fiction. It's a fan fiction.
This is the emphasis on, yes, it's a fan fiction. I love it.
Yeah. So let go of the reality and really lean into the zany. It's very inspired by the work of Mel Brooks, very much in the style of the producers and those incredible comedies. I'm such a fan of his work, and it's really influenced mine, especially in this piece.
Yeah, he is. So yeah, I mean,
I hope he'd be proud of us. I hope he'd be a supporter.
I'm sure. So in terms of kind of planning everything out for this production, you knew kind of the dates and all of that, but word on the street is you're heading to France.
Yeah.
You're fleeing the country for a few weeks, or maybe more.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the world. But yes, I just happened to have this trip planned. My mother and I are going to France for 2 weeks. And the timing was scary when my submission was accepted. I went, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss 2 weeks of rehearsal.
Yeah. What did I do?
My actors have been so great. My director, Ron Burton, has been so great in supporting me. So we have done a lot of work beforehand. We've been rehearsing for weeks. We're nearly there. We're nearly ready. We have costumes, we have props, our wigs are being styled. Like, we are just finessing the details. So I'm very, very pleased with where we are right now.
So then once you get back, it's just
straight into tech.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll have a few days, and then we will be on that stage at third act figuring out the tech. We have a 3-hour tech. Every show gets that. So it's pretty exciting, and it's pretty tight. You don't get to be in that space figuring it out beforehand. You've got 3 hours to figure out lighting, sound, restaging a few things, and then you're on 4 shows over the course of a week.
Ooh. So how or who is in charge of the light? Does every show bring in their own people for lighting and sound?
They provide technicians, and then you just come in with what you want, and they try to accommodate you as best as they can.
Wow.
It's quite a system. They've done a really good job. Jenny and Adam, who created this festival, do a wonderful job supporting so many. It's just grown and grown over the past few years. It's such an incredible thing to see.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, it gives so many actors and writers an opportunity to kind of showcase their abilities and try things that,
Try things.
yeah,
Exactly.
I feel like so often with theater, you're so worried about the sales and you're so worried about, the prestige of it and who's gonna see it and what they're gonna think that this kind of takes some of that out of the equation.
I agree. It's really a playground that they've created. It's so open and inviting. And there's so many ways you can be involved as an actor, as a writer. You can host artists from out of town. You can come assist and in that way maybe get some free tickets. I mean, there are ways you can get involved and come participate. If you don't want to be on stage, there are other opportunities,
Yeah.
but lots of ways you can be involved in this great festival.
Oh, that's amazing. Good to know, everybody. Everybody who's looking for a way to get involved or come see a show without, again, the very
Mhm.
low price
Yeah, I think
because
tickets are
$15.
$15.
Yes. So it's one definitely one of those where for the price of one Civic Center show, you could basically go to five of these
Yeah, that's a great way
shows.
to look at it.
So it's a 5 for 1 deal.
It's a 5 for 1. That's great. We'll put that in the marketing.
So are there any parts of the show that you're especially excited by that, for some reason just really resonates for you?
Hmm. I'm excited for people to see it. What I'm really looking forward to is hearing those laughs, and I'm hoping that we get them because I think it's funny. We laugh a lot throughout the process. It's silly, it's funny. I mean, we've got funny props and gags, but also I think we've written some pretty good jokes. And hearing that and being able to share this silly, strange story and people take people on this strange journey with us, I think it's going to be really satisfying. I mean, I don't know if there's a specific moment that I'm dreaming of.
Just it as a whole, more of
Mhm.
like a
It
holistic
is a
response.
whole, yeah. I'll let you know after the first show which ones that felt really good. But there are some surprises that I'd like to keep under
Yeah,
my
no, absolutely.
belt.
Uh,
Vultures. So hopefully there's some things that the audience won't even see coming.
yes.
We'll get you. We'll have you laughing.
So with that, I mean, because you've done, like I said, the time I got to see you was in Midsummer.
Mhm.
And so with Shakespeare, one of the biggest difficulties, especially with his comedies with a contemporary audience, is sometimes they miss the jokes. So like you think a joke hits the stage, but it doesn't necessarily land in the audience because it's lost in translation sometimes. And I know
Yeah,
that can be difficult. And so, sometimes you have to adjust with your body.
I
You have
agree. Yeah, I think physicality is such a big part of that.
and so
We can
like
all see the joke, even if we don't necessarily understand it linguistically.
right, where
We
you're like,
understand physical
oh
comedy.
yeah.
And it is so silly. I mean, so much of the comedy in Shakespeare is sticky.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a
He's
big,
he's the
broad
king.
comedy.
He's the king of dick jokes. Like let's just be real. Like that's kind of his bread and butter. We're like, if there's a joke, chances are it's phallic humor. Just there's a penis in there somewhere.
I love that play of his. There's a penis in there. It's one of my
That's
favorites.
next year's show.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about that aspect, because you were talking about the laughs and hoping that, hoping to get those laughs, because I know in rehearsal, one, you all start seeing it so many times that you're like, okay, like we know this is supposed to happen. The people, like the director has seen it so many times where you're like, okay, like I got the joke. It starts to,
You do get sort of rote
yeah, it
after a
gets a
minute.
little stale just because you've seen it so many
Mhm.
times in rehearsal.
Old hat. Yeah.
Old hat. So are there any moments where or is that something that you've thought about in terms of like physicality? Because again, you don't have the language barrier, which is super nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that's true.
Um, but are there any moments where you've layered the comedy with the physicality, with those different elements? Because I feel like even without Shakespeare, that's kind of something that happens, especially Mel Brooks comedy.
Yeah, I think that there are elements of that, of talking to the audience and bringing them in, breaking that fourth wall,
Ooh.
which she loves to do. And definitely such big, broad physicality and silly bits of play fighting.
You're like, and I don't want to say anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how much I want to let on. I'm a little spoiler here and there, but there's some play fighting and silliness and who knows what all, just hijinks galore.
Yeah. So you mentioned Amanda's ability to improv. Is that something that you've, as the writer, and something that the director has kind of allowed in certain places? Is that something that, you set at a certain point where you're like, okay, you've improved it, you've tried out different things. This one works the best. We're sticking with this, go? Or is it more, let's see what happens? How do you
I
deal with
lean
that?
more toward let's improv in the room and set it. That's a little more my preference, especially as the writer. But there are moments in the show where I certainly feel comfortable playing and having some improv and physical improv, playing with each other and surprising each other with certain little things. Yes, and she's great too because she has such a bag of talents. She's also a great director and songstress, a music director. She's brought all that into the room and been such a help and joy to work with.
I mean, like I said, it sounds like a great
I
team.
think it's a good team. Yeah, I've been so lucky. Um, Ron Burton, our director, has supported me the whole way, and I've known most of them for a few years now. So it's been nice having
Yeah.
this support in this new endeavor.
Okay. So you went to what's it? It's class, is it Klassen?
Yes, I am a class in SAS grad.
I've heard amazing things. It's actually funny. Henri was talking about all the people that he's ever hired from them, and he is like, they've all been amazing. They've all been my best employees, and they are all the people that I'm still in touch with. And I was like,
It's true. It's 100% true. We're the best. I was very lucky to go when I did. I came out of a private school and I went to a public school, but I went to a magnate school. I was a theater student. I was a theater major. So when I went to college to study theater, I was very far ahead of the game.
yeah.
I'd already learned so much there, and I had great teachers, Terry Veal, Michael Payne. We were doing one-act competitions. I mean, we were doing really interesting competitive stuff. My first year one-act competition, we did Dangerous Liaisons, which is kind of
Yeah.
bawdy for high
Yeah.
school. They also did Equus. I mean, they just did some tenacious stuff. I was very lucky to have that experience there.
So you must have known from a pretty early age that the theater was your happy place and that's kind of where you wanted to go.
Yeah, maybe about 13 or 12 or 13, I started taking classes and absolutely just found my happy place here and did theater in just about every theater in the community and learned so much and loved every experience. Did a lot of variety too, doing musicals, doing Oklahoma Shakespeare in the Park. I did the Young Academy when they had it back in the day, and it's coming back around, thank goodness. I think it's a great program. But yeah, did Shakespeare in the Myriad Gardens.
Yes.
Did musical theater at Lyric Academy. Did as much different stuff as I could. Just tried to get a little bit of everything.
And so did your main focus revolve more around musical theater?
For a time it did. Yeah. When I was at Lyric Academy, it was all musicals all the time. And I'm a big musical theater nerd, proud of it. So doing this has been really fun because I'm an insecure singer. So I don't always go out for the musicals, but I miss them. I love them. I cherish them. So supporting Ethel Merman in this way and getting to explore that character and play with some musical theater songs has been really fun. I miss it. I should do it more, but I'm just
Well, it's such
insecure.
a great, I mean, it's hard. It's hard.
There are great singers in our community. So yeah, it's still competitive. It's not like you're gonna get in just because you're cute. You gotta be able to sing.
But having that ability is such a big part. Like I talked to a few of the, actors from our last show at OSP, and the fact that they could play an instrument was a game changer because, a lot of Shakespeare's works necessitate music.
Yeah, there's music in nearly every show. I think that's such a great way that OSP has brought in new faces and new talents. I love that. I mean, in Hamlet, there was such a great moment with the violin, and the last show they did, there were so many fun little instruments.
Yes.
A clarinet.
Yes, a
A
flute.
ukulele. Yeah, I know.
That she learned to play in a month.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah.
My gosh, so talented. I love the musical element through the shows.
Yeah. And so with yours, gotta ask, do you have favorite musical show? Like, what are your favorite
My favorite
musicals?
musical,
Mhm.
it's a tough question, but one I always come to is Ragtime. It's just one of my favorites. So this revival, I'm pretty excited about, hoping I might get the chance to go see it at Lincoln Center.
Oh man, yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Though I did get to see Gypsy this past year with the great Audra McDonald. And that's been fun to think about while I play with Ethel again. So I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube, revisiting Ethel's old stuff. And you can find some great stuff on YouTube. It's a good resource.
Yeah, how much research did you do as you were?
But I don't know if it'll show. But here's me enjoying a lot of old clips of them on TV shows. Jaja did TV shows, I mean, professionally. She was just a professional guest,
Mhm.
basically, for years and years and years, decades. I mean, she was on Letterman. She did a lot. Hollywood Squares, all kinds of stuff. I mean, she was known for that. She wasn't necessarily treated like a great actress. She didn't get those big parts. She did some B movies. She was mostly known for marrying people, and she'd go on TV and talk about it.
Well, and it's always interesting because she is almost that reality star
It is.
before
She
like the reality
absolutely
TV
is.
star.
She was famous for being herself. Totally. She was a real housewife. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
But she's so funny and just what a mess.
Yeah.
What a hoot.
Well, and she was just like a no bullshit.
Oh, such a no bullshit type of
Yeah, which
person.
is
I
amazing.
kind of got her into trouble throughout her life sometimes, but what a character. What an
Yeah.
interesting woman.
And I just fully support the like no bullshit rule. The no bullshit and you still got married 8 times. Like that's
Bless your heart.
right. That's a
It's something she and Ethel have in common, the no bullshit thing. Ethel did not stand fools easily, but she was also married 4 times. I
yeah.
mean, she was no slouch.
I mean,
I think they both had a 1 day marriage, so they have that in common.
that's awesome. Oh, now I know that too. Yeah, it is interesting because a lot of women are still judged a lot more by their divorces,
Mm.
and that's
Isn't it the
still
truth?
a very, I mean, I just recently got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But it is, you know, one of the things that somebody said to me was, well, be careful because you don't want to be a woman who was divorced twice. And I was just like,
It
okay,
still has that
it
stigma.
still has that
Isn't that
stigma. And I
crazy?
was just like, wow, what year is this? And where am I? And this is why I'm moving to Germany. This is bullshit. I'm out.
I'm out. That's what did it for me.
But yeah, I like it just because,
Strange.
yeah, because like that is such a defining characteristic of these women.
And it wouldn't matter if you were a man, how many times you were married, would it?
I
No,
mean,
that's crazy.
I mean, if you think about some of our A-listers now, and the men, I mean, I can't name them, but I know they exist. I know those men
They're coming to
exist.
mind.
Like I'm like, I can't think of who they are because it's not a topic of conversation. But yet I know they're there. Like,
Mm.
so I don't know. I think that that's really interesting that you've chosen these women who have kind of been put in a certain light, and maybe diminished in a certain way, and really given them power. Uh, and so I think that's a pretty
Yeah.
cool thing to do.
Yeah, I see them as powerful, and I wanted to write them that way. They have agency, they have their careers, they kick ass,
Uh,
they're brave and bold, and they're friends. And that's an important part of the story for me, the female friendship of it, at the heart of it.
so how much is that echoed by the friendship that you have with Amanda?
Mm, quite a lot. I mean, she's been just an incredible support through this process. So encouraging and takes everything I put out in the room, put on the page, and just lifts it up and makes it better. So
Yeah.
a lot in that way.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
thank
talked to her during Penelope, and that was a tough time for her. And so she was talking about like,
you. Oof, yes.
yeah, that,
It's one of the ways that just shows sort of parallel life. When you get them at the right time, they come to you. It's like I just had this show this summer I did all about grief. And that's been a big something I've been faced with the last few years, dealing with losses in my life. So just always feels like the timing is right.
Yeah.
You gotta take the gifts you get through the
Yeah.
art and use that as a meditation, learn from it, grow from it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and Belters has just been such a great refuge too. So even if it's not necessarily reflective of your life,
Yeah.
it's always such a great outlet.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary, home. Home is where the theater is.
It's amazing. It's amazing because you're putting yourself on stage, which is an incredibly vulnerable position.
If you write it down on paper, I don't think I'd want to do it, but it feels so good to be up there with a team working together to tell this story and feeling that the audience with you. It's
Yeah.
just, it's the greatest feeling.
It is. I miss it. I miss that aspect of it. But, I started teaching and that was kind of it for me, where I was like, oh, this is where I live now. But
Mhm.
that's what I miss. I miss the working together, the bouncing off of one another, and like
That's
that's
such a joy.
yeah, and the people you worked with, I just feel like even if you worked with them and then you don't see them again for 10
That's a
years,
bond
yeah,
forever. Yeah.
like, oh, we're bonded. This show, this date, this, place forever. You can't get rid of
Absolutely,
us.
absolutely. I mean, I bump into people, I'm like, Mom, because we did a play 12 years ago where they were my mom and picnic, and that's forever. That bond is forever. Absolutely. Those connections are so incredible.
So I just want to make sure. So it's Theatre Crude. You're at third act.
We are at the Third Act Theater.
Your times and days are kind of all over the place. So get a pen, write things down.
Memorize them.
No, it's okay.
Yes, I have them. I will tell you what they are.
I was gonna say,
Please.
I can also just put them up.
Yeah, that might be good.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, I have it.
Okay, go for it.
We are going to be at the Third Act Theater October 4th, 5:30 p.m., October 5th, 1 p.m., October 10th, 5:30 p.m., October 11th, 2:30 p.m. So we're kind of starting and ending, bookending nicely. You can go see whatever you want in the meantime. I tried to get those earlier shows because bless Amanda's heart, she's working such odd hours
I know.
at 5 a.m.
I was like, is it 5 a.m. or 4 a.m.? It's bad.
It's crazy. I think she starts recording at 5 a.m. I mean,
Yes.
it's just very early. So bless her heart for being here. Like, I'm having rehearsal at 9 a.m. some days, and she's there with us, bringing her A game.
I mean,
What a
yeah,
star.
but it is so funny because that's what she called you. She's like, because I was talking about it and I was like, I don't know how many people are in this show because I've never seen it, obviously. But I was like, I'm throwing it to you. Who do I talk to? And she's like, you want the writer and the star. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I'm blushing. That's so sweet. She's the greatest. I'm so honored she immediately said yes. She didn't say, I don't know, let me check my. She was just so in from the get-go before I said much.
I mean, but she is so much.
She's a brave artist.
Yes, and she's kind of the Ethel, like
She's got that.
She's got
right?
that.
She was one of the first people I even thought of. I was just writing this silly thing and then I was accepted and I thought, oh, I gotta do it now. I didn't necessarily plan on being Zsa Zsa, but it's been so fun and I wanted to be in it and feel it. And that's just been a whole new experience of the text. You have an idea, but then you have to do it. It's been an interesting.
So you've been the writer and director, and now you're the writer and star actor. Which was harder? Which was the harder two hats to wear?
I don't know. In a way, this has not, I wouldn't say it's been hard. It's been an exciting, fun challenge because maybe it's because the stakes are, there's no money. So I mean, like I'm producing this mostly out of pocket. We're trying to keep the expenses pretty low and they're donating their time.
And her goodwill talents of finding things.
Yeah.
Amanda can find anything at Goodwill, so.
Yes. Yeah, she's already brought in a few pieces for us, so we're so lucky.
Go find us costumes. Go.
Yeah.
We'll get the 129 Monday sales. Go.
She's great at that. Yeah, she can always find something beautiful and make something beautiful with her art and her talent.
Yeah. But yeah, it sounds like an amazing team. I cannot wait to see it. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to share it.
So, maybe we'll get a chance to chat again afterwards and kind of talk about how it went and what you thought and your ideas for for next year.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I have no
I'm
doubt.
scared and excited to share it.
Oh, I mean, what I would say is, you know, isn't that the best?
Yeah,
Like, isn't that the best feeling though? Because there's,
it is. It means something to me.
yeah. And if you weren't a little scared, would it be worth it?
Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's very insightful.
I have my moments. They're few and far between. Sometimes it happens. Well, thank you so much, Alex, for coming on. It's been so much fun to talk with you. And like I said, I can't wait to go. Michelle and I will be there, front row and center.
Good.
But everybody else, Theatre Crude, so many different shows to see. Do not miss Belters because it sounds like it is going to be phenomenal, hilarious, and there are so many surprises that I can't wait to delve into. So please come see it. And then just remember, all the world's a stage and you too can be a shrew.